On today's episode, we talk to Andrea Lenzen, owner of Design to Sell, who provides occupied staging services throughout the area of St. Louis, Missouri. Listen in as we share about the challenges and solutions to preparing occupied homes for sale, and find out what Andrea does to help educate her agents. Now let's get started. This is the Stager Boss podcast from StagerBoss.com with the founder of HSRA, Jana Uselton. The Home Staging and Redesign Association is a group of like-minded professionals dedicated to revolutionizing the real estate industry by making a difference in the lives and businesses of home stagers and redesigners everywhere. Join us as we talk to the best of the best in this industry from all over the world and hear how they are using their training and experience to make a difference in the clients they serve. If you are a real estate industry expert looking for better ways to market and sell properties, join us for this podcast series. Well, welcome everyone to another episode of our Stager Boss podcast. And we are definitely talking to an amazing Stager Boss today. I want to introduce you to Miss Andrea Lenzen. She is out of our St. Louis area. She has Design to Sell occupied home staging. She has an incredible company there. So I just want to welcome you, Miss Andrea.
Thank you, Jana. It is so good to see you, as always.
Well, you're so beautiful, and you're one of my inspirations. You're unbelievable when it comes to just being able to inspire. Your energy is contagious. Has anyone ever told you that?
As yours. As yours, my dear.
Well, it's so good. We get to see each other several times a year.
Yeah.
Andrea is one of our elite members of HSRA, our Home Staging and Redesign Association. And so we'll get to travel together. We'll speak at conferences together several times a year. And I just wanted you guys to meet Andrea and hear about her business. So Andrea, tell our listeners all about you, about your business, how you got started, all that good stuff.
Okay, well, Design to Sell was formulated a little over 3.5 years ago. And I'd been in general real estate since '79, had our own real estate company specializing in condos, then got into new home sales and really had an opportunity to learn more about staging. And so I decided to start my own business 3.5 years ago because I really wanted to focus on occupied, because that's the majority of the listings out there. And that's the ones that really need the most help, because the sellers, bless their heart, they're just clueless, on what to do. And the agents really don't know how to have those conversations with them. So that's why we started. And it's just grown. Right now, we've probably serviced over 1,000 sellers and helping them to get their houses ready to put on the market. So it's really been a success, because really educating the sellers and the agents on what they need to do with their occupied listings has been critical.
Yeah, well, we're going to dive all into that today. Cool. And I know, it's funny, just a little play on words to think about. Here we are trying to sell properties, homes that we're living in, and our sellers, gosh, they need the help. And many of them are blind. They don't think that they need help. They think that everything looks great. Let's just put a sign in the yard. We don't need to change anything. Right. I was talking to Ashley from she's in our Houston area, and she was talking about doing a consultation on a home that had not changed their decor. Now this is extreme. Do you remember the powder blue and the mauve in the 80s, and the balloon curtains and the valances? I mean, they just thought, why change if it's not fixed? I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Well, I'm sure that you could write a book on all the stories.
Oh, totally could write a book. We've seen everything.
Seen everything. So share with me a little bit of what that process looks like when that agent calls you and says, help, 911, I need some help on a listing. What does that look like?
What does that look like? Well, we've got actually 3 restylers that are, with me. So I'll determine, the location and who's going to be going out there. And we spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So we do basically what's called a walk and talk. And we sit down with them first and we explain the process so they really understand what it's all about. And we show them before and after pictures. And we always ask permission to be completely upfront with them, because then we can really determine, the way they're responding. If they're, closing their arms and sitting back, we know we got to go really soft with them. If they go, oh, heck, I don't care, just tell me whatever, then we know how to handle the individual. And then we start going, we walk through like a buyer would walk through, and we go room to room, starting with the outside of the house, because that's first impression. That's critical. That sets the tone of the house. And then we go room to room and start giving us our opinion of what we feel they need to do to make it appeal to the widest range of buyers. So we're talking about decluttering, depersonalizing, repairing, updating, those type of things. And we do it room to room. Talk about bedding, that's so critical. And decluttering the bathrooms, getting, I don't want to see people's toilet plungers and toilet brushes and toilet lids down. And they look at me like, oh, really? And I went, yeah, really. But like you said, they don't know. They absolutely don't know. And it's great to go in the second time after something didn't sell. And the poor sellers, they go, well, the agent didn't tell me to do this. The agent didn't tell me to do that. And that just breaks my heart, because they've wasted all this time that it's been on the market. We can get in there right away, get them going, and hopefully be ready to take photos, within 2 or 3 days.
Right.
Okay, that's what we want.
Absolutely. And, we can give them a quick list of what to do, but
Sure.
that personal walkthrough and really being able to, to do that service that is, that they really get it, because we know people learn differently and they're going to respond differently to possibly a checklist. Maybe your top sellers that just want to get in, get out, let's move on.
Right.
They may follow a quick checklist, but others that maybe don't understand what to do, how to do it, they need that TLC. It helps for sure. And it's definitely well worth everything that you guys do. So you not only help them in the beginning to kind of assess and address, but then you progress to future services. Maybe they do need help coming in and doing it for them. Maybe they're busy. So what does that look like now with your hands-on staging?
Yeah, we can do the photo prep. So we can send 2 stagers in there for a couple of hours. If they don't want to do the work or they're uncomfortable doing the work, then we can do it for them, arrange their bookcases, rearrange whatever we need to do to really get it photo ready. And that way, the photographer is coming in and we're getting the job done. So we can do that for them also, which has been great.
That's good.
And of course, also we've added on is our accessory package.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. So you guys will bring things.
Yeah, so we've got our own inventory of accessories, and we really find 9 times out of 10 they don't have the appropriate things for staging a home. Living in it's totally different, but for staging. So we offer that services. We've got 3 different packages that we can bring in, and we can get that set up in like no time. And we like to do that like a day before the photographer is coming in and getting that done for them. And we do have the ability to bring in, like, we don't do vacant staging at all. We refer to my best buddy, Linda Borky, with Dazzle Home Staging. But we do have the ability if they need a dining room or, a different couch, because we work with, our vendor court, and we can rent certain pieces for them to bring it in to kind of complete it. Because a lot of times some of the pieces are outdated and they need to be updated. We really have to depend on the demographics of where it's at. If there's too many antiques in there, then we've got to really kind of have that kind of conversation too.
Yeah, sounds good. It sounds like you guys offer that full service.
Full service for occupied. Absolutely.
The
whatever they need. Whatever they need. We've got our list of certified service providers. So I don't want them having to worry about who to call, where to go. We'll just pick up the phone and call our painters or our flooring guy or our organizer or whoever we need to help them get through that process. We want them to make them feel like they're not alone in this, that we're there for them for the duration, until they're under contract. We are there for them. Any point in time they got questions, call us. You don't need to call the agent. Agent's busy out there marketing the property. We're there to help you get the house ready. for the
Well, you
market.
bring up agents. And so,
Yeah.
if I can ask you, what is the ideal agent to partner with you? What would that person look like?
I love my agents. And you know what? The top agents who are doing the best in St. Louis are the ones using stagers.
Yeah.
They get it. They don't have the time or the desire to do it. So they call us first thing. So it's an agent, and I really love agents who are starting out in the business too, because then you can educate them on what needs to be done. But this is a service that works for all agents. They just need to understand the process and the value in it and the time that it saves them. So we love all of our agents, and we really try to do the best we possibly can to service them and take that burden and solve their problem. We are here to solve their problem, save them time, and make them more money.
There you go. I love that. That would be great on
I
a
know.
little postcard,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because
but
it's so true. It's so
there
true.
it is.
You guys
That's what
are
it's all
there.
about.
You're an extra teammate.
Yeah,
You're there to, let's pass the baton. Agent, you seal the deal, you secure the listing,
right.
and then pass that information on to us. We can go in on their behalf if they are hiring us to do that, or they're just conveying the information to that seller. This needs to be done. My homes that list and sell the quickest, go through
Absolutely.
Andrea, making sure that she can come in and let them know exactly what to do to get that photo prep. And I love that word. I love that phrase of service, photo prep, because it's not personal. If
No,
maybe
no.
somebody takes offense to, oh, my
Right.
house is the ugly house that you have to hire a stager for. No, no, no,
No,
that's not
no,
it at
no,
all.
no.
This is
Mm-mm.
a product that
Mhm.
we are then going to be photographing for the world to see. So let's do a photo prep service.
And I always say to the sellers, I'm sure you've looked online because you're looking at something. What homes to appeal to you? And they'll say, oh, the ones that have been staged. So, and then we always have the conversation about they don't want to paint the blue bedroom or, all this because, well, doesn't the buyer want to make their own selections? And I go, no, they do not. They want a neutral palette. They go through online and they see all these different colors and they say, too much work. Buyers today do not want a project. They want to
That's
move
right.
in ready. They'll move in, then they'll make a decision on what colors they want to paint, but they don't want to start painting right away. So it's really letting the sellers know that buyers today in this market do not want a project. They want to
So
move
true.
in ready home. It was different a long time ago, but today's a different market.
It's
Oh yeah.
absolutely true. Turnkey move-in ready is what sells at highest and best price for quickest amount of time. And Andrea, you mentioned earlier that about your team, and I have met your team several times. And the latest, you guys were here in Dallas for our
Yeah.
big national summit. You understand the importance of continuing education, even though we're an unlicensed industry. You guys still practicing that. I see your awards. You guys are national award winners for all of the work that you do in your staging company. So tell me how important CE is and how
Oh,
you guys are actually for yourself. And then also, you guys are teaching continuing
yes,
education. You're teaching classes.
yes.
So, what does that look like on both sides? Importance to you, and then
Yes.
importance out in the field.
Well, I still have my broker's license, so I need to attend, 12 hours of continuing ed. So Linda Borgi and I, with Dazzle Home Staging, have just been accredited to teach in Missouri here. So we are teaching, yes, we are teaching.
Congratulations.
I know we're very excited about it. It's just great because we really are passionate about spreading the word and really educating agents on how to sell staging and the importance of staging. So we do have a class maximizing, profits through staging. And it's a 3-hour CE. And we're going to look into doing actually more classes that we want to be able to offer to the agents. But in addition, Linda and I go into real estate offices and give a 20, 30-minute presentation, not a CE, but just we're really into education. And we try to go to at least 2 offices a month just to kind of educate them and know what they need to do to help them in their business. They're overwhelmed. They've got a lot on their plate. Last thing we want to have them do is try to do staging. I mean,
Yes.
they don't
That's
need to be
so
doing
good.
that.
That's so good. And as far as your the education that you pour into, what does that look like for your business?
Oh, it's just helped our business enormously. I met with the last continuing education class, a gal came in and she works for a really top producer out in Lake St. Louis. And she said, I do all the staging. In addition to submitting all the listings, she says, I don't want to do it anymore. She said, will you come out and meet my broker? I said, yes. I talked to him on the phone the other day. He's going to guarantee us at least 100 staging jobs this year, which I know he will because he's producing. That was from just doing one class.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
it pays off in business for us, but it pays off in the education for the realtors. So it's a win-win on both sides, I believe.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, that's so good. And I know, like I said, you're part of HSRA, you're part of receiving all of the education, all the
Yes.
business training and tools, because so many stagers are out there and they're working out of their homes. They just decided to be a stager. They have had no training and they're trying to market themselves to these agents, and they're the lowest price on the block. And then all of a sudden the agent finds out why, because they have not invested in their own CE, their own business development to know how to run the business side of things so that they can do proper staging. So I love that you have built a team, that you guys can do multiple jobs at one time. You have now, with all of your real estate knowledge, you're not a practicing agent where, you know, you're into still a listing. That's not your heart or desire at all. You're there, you're a content matter expert now, and you have found that staging is where it's at for you. And I love that. But just knowing that you are a stager boss, that you are rocking it in St. Louis, I think is huge. So anybody out there, whether you are a builder, whether you are an investor, whether you are a realtor that has these occupied homes, you know, design, anything that needs just the extra you know, next level service, Andrea is definitely your go-to partner. So how can they reach you, Andrea?
Oh, they could reach me at 314-581-6588, or go to our website, design, and that's design with a Z, DEZIGN, to sell.com, or, you know, Andrea at design2sell.com. We're very easy to find.
That's right. Maybe they can catch you at one of the CE classes. I'm sure on your Facebook, you guys have those posted as events, and join a CE class. I think that's huge. You get to meet Andrea in person. Any last minute comments, Andrea?
Oh, just that I'm so grateful for Jana and HSRA, because I remember when I met you, I guess it was 2 or 3 years ago, and I was just kind of overwhelmed in the business. And Jana said, Andrea, you've got to stop working in your business and you got to start working for your business. And that has resonated in me so much that it has just turned things around for me. And all the tools that I've learned, the relationships, oh my God, the people at HSRA are without a doubt the best. And everybody that I've met throughout the country has just been open arms. And it's just been the most fabulous experience I've ever had. And I can't even imagine being with anybody else. I mean, you guys are the best. And Jana is energizing bunny. She just keeps going.
We make a good team, that's for sure, when we're together.
We'll wear people out.
I know, right? Right. It's dangerous to put us two together for sure. And, I can't wait to see you, Andrea, here in the next few months. We've got tons of events coming up, and I know that you're going to be a big part, continuing to be a big part of HSRA and the leadership, and all of those amazing awards that you've won. Keep rocking it. Keep being a stager boss. I cannot wait to hear all the growth and success that you're having. So good luck with having an incredible year, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, dear. Bye. Take care, honey. Bye-bye.